Hello everybody, I've got something very special here. I will warn you now, I have been having some technical difficulties, so it's possible something might go wrong, but I'm going to try my absolute best to get this to work. I'll explain it a bit more in a second. Psst. Hey, over here. Ooh. How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe, look sharp. The game's starting, and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend, and the bar will eventually close. And I'll admit my little prank on you might have gone a little bit overboard. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. I have no idea what the brighter side of things is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check out that parcel you just got. See ya! Just a dream. There's something near the door. Chapter 1, Primera. Your membership to Shining Fingered will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account has at least 800 by then. Make sure to save your data using the Life Backup Pack. You can now browse the Augmented Eye. Alright, so now that I have some time to explain, so I don't know what the problem is, but I've had technical difficulties just trying to record this game. This has taken me like a good 15 minutes just to actually get it to function. I don't know what the problem is. So normally I'd show you the title screen and there's a little slide intro that just sort of describes the concept of the game, that kind of thing. But I would show it to you, but I can't because I don't know what its problem is, but oh well. Alright, anyway, so this is the official name is Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. I usually just call it Waifu Bartending, that's kind of its nickname. This is a game I found made in Venezuela, believe it or not. Yeah, and it's, I wanted to do something special for the holidays, so I figured I have this game, why don't I play it? Alright, let's just go to work. Tuesday, December 13th. Good evening. Hey there, Jill. Hey, John. When will you admit you have a John face, Gil? Oh, his name's Gillian. When you let people call you Jules. Quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's Boss? Dunno. She went out to buy some stuff and... Did you hear what I just told you? You said something? Yes, that you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing, I'm just thinking about stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and... There's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar is at risk of closing. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. And there's all the beer cans around my apartment and... Jill. Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a Piano Man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? Let's start with a sugar rush. Look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book that will show up on the top left. You can also sort drinks by flavors like sweet or types like manly. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from their cells on the right to the shaker in the center. Jill? When done, press the mix button, and then press it again to stop mixing. I'm gonna call him Gil, because I think it's Gillian, not Jillian. That would make more sense. Click the serve button or the drink itself to serve it, and that'll be all. Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press the reset button and try again. You can press reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Gil, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC instruction. And this should be no problem. Alright. Sugar Rush, right? Use the navigation bar to start browsing. Ah, here we go. By name. Yes, Sugar Rush. 2 Adelhyde, 1 Powdered Delta with optional Carmotrine, all mixed. Okay, I'll add 1. Alright, that's a Sugar Rush. I guess we made it. Here, happy now? A little, but not quite. Let's do 1 more. I know. Please humor me for a bit. Some drinks need to be blended. This is done by mixing it for over 5 seconds. You can tell it's being blended when the shaker starts moving faster. You also need to check if the drink should be served on the rocks or aged. Check ice and age buttons on the side to select the one you need. And in case it wasn't obvious, on the rocks means you have to toggle the ice tab. It should be noted that the station will add the ice after mixing. It's not something you should mind though, just a fun fact. Give me a Moonblast and I'll leave you alone. Keep in mind what I said. Yeah. Alright, Moonblast. 6 Adelhyde, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 Powdered Delta, 1 Flanerguide, and 2 Carmotrine. All on the rocks and blended. No relation to the Hadron Cannon you can see on the moon for 1 week every month. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's a reference to something. That's blended. Success! Here, did I amuse you for long enough? You did! Sorry to hold you. Let's get working. Yeah. Oh, yeah, before I forget. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Oh, and if a recipe says it uses optional Carmotrine, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. Optional Carmotrine doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Carmotrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Hey, guys! Oh, eh? Who's that? I don't know. Found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her in here? Well, I was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring her unconscious body in here. She's gonna make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. That's up for you to deal with. I'll be in my office. You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do, damn it. There's 2 of you! Live in yourselves! Do you think Chief knocked her out? Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crowing about it or taunting us if that were the case. It's not like her to pick on such a small girl, at least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be just sleeping soundly, not comatose. Yeah. Okay then, time to start the night. Yes, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? Well, you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what. We've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs. Lots of them. You're joking. You've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well... So, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun! Just that? Fine, I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. With that out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. This model needs to have all of its 12 slots filled with songs before it can start. I wonder what was the logic behind that decision. Alright. I believe this one is what we've been hearing all along. So let's... These are all what I've unlocked from previous games, I think. Music in this game is fantastic, by the way. Time to mix drinks and change lives. That was my Discord status for like a month. Hey you, get me a beer. Oh, sure, right on it. He wants a beer. He looks like the big guy though. Beer. Beer is 1 Adelhyde, 2 Bronson extract, 1 Powdered Delta, 2 Flanerguide, and 4 Carmotrine, all mixed. Traditionally brewed beer has become a luxury, but this one's pretty close to the real deal. You know what, we're gonna make it large, obviously. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks right to me. And mix. beer. Here you go.
Yeah, this one's good. Pretty good, in fact. Nice job.
Thanks, I guess? He looks a little bit like, what's his name? The guy who wants pictures of Spider-Man. What's that actor's name? It's J.K. Simmons, right? I know him because he's the same guy in Whiplash, and I think he was also in... Was he in Zootopia? I think he was in Zootopia as well.
You're lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Now, to be fair, America's taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey 3.
Even in Venezuela, they know how much New Jersey sucks. What kind of work do you do, mister?
You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye.
Spider-Man guy's J. Jonah Jameson, right? He's totally a reference to him. There's no way he isn't.
Nothing gets published there without my blessings.
The day started with quite the interesting fellow, it seems. So you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles on Alice Rabbit, then?
Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcard hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's. That's the kind of corny shit that brings the clicks, from all kinds of people. And clicks bring money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars and houses and plastic surgery for the missus and her kids.
Well, I'm not complaining about the fact that you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Yeah. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. Fake news. It's fake news, okay? Oh, that's gonna get me demonetized, but I wasn't monetized to begin with, so who cares? I can't read your newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit.
Well, first of all, I don't write about it. My interns do. Poor bastards think it'll help me make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. And second, they're tired of one article about a supposed hacker, but not all the daily stories about murders and other horrors.
Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as is. I don't need to add Glitch City's lovely citizens to the list.
You're smarter than you look, kid. If more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. Still, maybe my job would be easier.
How so?
People get people get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee clicks. Now, you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. That's not enough. They need a full sub-story behind it. That's why I like those urban legends. They're easier to write about, and you can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot, and even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. That brings money, and like I said, money's good.
Huh. I guess he has a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too?
Yeah, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't like opinion columns either. Unless I agree with them.
They might also write about how everyone that likes a certain something should be sodomized. The worst part about that is they know half our clicks come from, so they get all diva-like on my ass.
I think you're being too harsh. What about... No, wait, I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnists on your page are annoying. Yeah. He's totally the guy who wants pictures of Spider-Man. I believe his name's J. Jonah Jameson. I'm not a superhero person.
See? The kid on the restaurant critique column. Shit, forgot that brat's name.
Restaurant? I believe that's...
That kid, couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, this column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hit than the obituaries. However, he still insists I keep paying for his adventures to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half the places he visits.
How so?
He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by proclaiming that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that.
I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever.
Did he look like a fat child with a really small face?
No.
Wasn't this one then? Anyway, let's talk baby thirsty. Try to give me a beer this time, please.
Coming right up. Beer again. This man likes his beers. They come cheaper in bulk at the store though. Beer. I'll give him another big beer. 4. That looks right to me. Mix. There we go. Here.
Yeah, it's the big things that make life worthwhile.
What about big troubles?
Did I stutter, kid?
Right.
So, tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole?
Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole.
The place smells like soap and dog piss. I'm within my constitutional rights to call it a hellhole.
I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. That's funny.
Who was that?
Nobody important.
Hey, I heard that! Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in hell rather than a hellish hole, if you like.
Charming.
So, celebrities.
Not really, at least not that I know of. Why?
Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people. Especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people pretend to love but actually want to see fall from grace.
Pretend to love? Fall from grace?
Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend that they love celebs, but what they really want is to see their idols turn down to their level.
They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys but no one wants to admit to enjoying.
You thought wrong, but even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's.
Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals, or if they're dating God knows who. Granted, socks with sandals is practically a public indecency, but still.
Please. As a bartender, I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff.
Ah, there's something in my eye.
Just like hairdressers. This sounds hypocritical coming from you.
Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day, I saw this committee judge bitching about what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public.
But this problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. Well, that just leaves the public craving for those little moments when they make a mistake and fall to their level.
Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see they're human. Hey, that dude that plays the nice guy is indeed a really nice guy. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help sensationalizing everything. It feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place.
You don't like your big words, eh, brat? You can play that game of...
Here, you're a bartender, right? No, I'm a lab rat hellbent on world conquest.
Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. Anyway, I just realized that a bartender like you must have heard quite a few stories in her career.
Talk about changing topics. Maybe. Why?
Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well.
It'd be like that priest who published confessionary stories and then got excommunicated and lynched. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger of sorts.
We could have you ghostwriting half of our stuff, do that.
They do?
You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you?
Figures. Anyway, eventually the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, and it would hurt the clients too, I guess.
Well, if you ever retire, that offer is waiting for you.
Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now.
Sure.
Do you want another drink, Mr. Donovan?
Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan.
Did I say something wrong?
Not at all. I just really like the sound of that. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan.
Is it really that special?
At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold.
It is?
Mr. Dawson was my father and grandfather. It's too general, but Mr. Donovan, and that's more like it. I'm referring to me, to the man in front of them. Not to my family, not to my position as boss, to me.
Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan?
No, gods no. But I want them to fear me. Not because I'm their boss or their name appearing on their paychecks.
But rather because I strike mortal dread into them. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna make everyone call me that.
Oh yeah, you were asking something.
What was it?
Drink.
Another one. Do you?
Ah, yes.
You know what?
Third time's the charm. Give me a beer.
Alright. Alright, let's see. Is 3 beers too many? Is 3 large beers too many? I have no idea. Hold on, I want to show you my favorite drink in this game. 1 second, let me find it. Here we go. This one. A bad touch is... We're nothing but mammals after all. Yes, that is referencing exactly what you think it is. Great song. You and me, baby. I won't sing it. I won't sing it for your own sake. Here you go. 1 beer.
Here's hoping I don't pass out. Cheers.
Enjoy.
Say, kid, does this bar have any investors?
You didn't call it a hellhole? There was some bloke named Sven that wanted to give us money if we damped his face all over the place. But aside from that, no. These bars are pretty much like any fast food chains. There are no local investors. Why?
Just wanted to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife.
Okay.
Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company.
Well, that's...
I mean, you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your money. But no, they have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff.
What good is it to be the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, the government, and those kind of organizations, don't you?
Yeah, but that's paperwork. I make somebody else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. I start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive. And there's always that one guy or gal who says, hey, why don't you do what that other newspaper does? Recently, they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks! I make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks, I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Nah. At least he paid before storming off. I wonder what happened with Sven, though. We never heard from him again. Jill! Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents! Shh, you'll wake up Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this. Yeah. Oh, client. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I... Big gut punch. First. Alright. What's a gut punch? I'm gonna give him a gut punch, alright. Big gut punch. It's supposed to mean a punch made of innards, but the name actually describes what you feel while drinking it. Nope, I messed that up. I need 10 of these. 2 of these. And I'll give him some alcohol too. Aged mix. Success. Here. You actually can do it. You can actually do it then. This crack house is a bar? Hellhole crack house? Smells like dog urine and soap. How the hell do you expect someone to feel comfortable in here? I'm surprised you decided to come to our little crack house at all, mister. What the hell do you care? The payment registry says... Sorry for the question then, Mr. Ingham McDougal. Sorry about the smell. We're working on fixing it. There was an incident over the weekend. But it's Tuesday. Please, let me know what I can do to make your experience more pleasant regardless. If I pay you, will you come with me to a hotel for a couple of hours? No. And I have no use for you beyond giving me drinks. Such pleasant clientele tonight. May I ask you why you decided to come to our bar then? Yeah, don't do that. Is it what bars are like? I have no idea. I don't drink. Somebody recommended me this place and I have absolutely no idea why she likes it. She says she's a regular here and all. I'm starting to doubt her tastes. A regular? Can I ask who? No. Well, concede one thing. Whoever picks the music at least has decent taste. Hey, Jill, where did you put the dish soap? Gil's run out. Below the sink where it's always been. Right.
Oh, a customer. Good evening, sir. Hope you enjoy your stay at the Hala. So, any other feedback you want to provide the establishment so we can enhance your customer experience?
No, nothing.
That's an interesting change of heart.
I can't afford to slander this place knowing she's here.
You know my boss?
I don't know her, but I know who she is. Dana Zane, the Red Comet. The woman who fended off mall riders all by herself, knocking them out cold one by one.
That's an achievement and a title I've never heard before. I know Boss did quite a few things before opening this bar, but that sounds... Would you happen to know how she got her mechanical arm?
I heard a couple of stories, but they sound too fantastical to be true.
You've had an interesting change of attitude.
I saw that woman take out armed riders with her bare hands. Once you see something like that, it's hard not to keep your mouth shut in front of them.
Interesting. You can relax, though. I've only seen her deal with clients personally about 2 or 3 times. One involved Class 5 weaponry, the other a pickup artist, and the latest had an alpaca.
An alpaca?
Not really an alpaca, but there's this woman that owns a textile company. She got really drunk and she started screaming she was an alpaca. She started spitting on everything afterwards. My boss had to show her the exit. I'd rather not remember that night, so let's leave it at that. Can I get you anything else?
Give me a pile driver, please.
Please? There's a word I haven't heard today. Coming right up. What's a pile driver? I honestly feel like suplexing him, though. Let's see, pile driver. 3 of those, 3 of these, and 4 of these. It doesn't burn as hard on the tongue, but you better not have a sore throat when drinking it. Bitter, manly burning. Alright. Mixed. There you go. Here.
It's fine, I guess. Hey, lady, you're a victim. I'm not reading that.
I'm sorry, I think I heard wrong. That's a question I'm not gonna answer.
I'll take that as a yes. I was just thinking about how good a lie can be. I mean, even the most sincere people lie once in a while. Lies can buy you time, lies can make you happy. Reality will come crashing through the door eventually, but for that moment, a lie can give meaning to you.
I say lies are like your porn stash. You know they exist, but you shouldn't acknowledge them.
Does that mean you really...
Yeah, I'm not reading that again. Still, that's quite the random thought to just suddenly have. Are you perhaps lying about something right now?
Not really. I was just thinking about people making polite comments about this crack house.
Of course you were.
Hey, I'm gonna need another drink here.
Already? Don't you think you're drinking a bit quickly?
That's my problem, not yours. Give me a fringe weaver.
Alright.
Fringe weaver.
It's a bit like drinking ethylic alcohol with a spoonful of sugar. Okay. I don't know what's ethylic alcohol? Someone comment that, please. Try not to drink it too fast.
That's up to me. Hey, lady, have you ever felt empty?
Empty? How? Like hungry?
No, I mean empty like there's a part of you missing.
Can't say I particularly have.
I just feel like there's this part of myself that lacks something. An urge to get or do something that I just can't satisfy.
Have you tried taking up a hobby? It might not solve your problems, but it might keep you busy enough to avoid thinking about it.
Any suggestions?
Sports. Well, collecting stuff, reading, bungee jumping, combat sports, exercising.
Sounds a lot cheaper than the alternative.
Which is?
Bitches and alcohol. I tried sex tourism once. It was like a bloody Russian roulette of STDs, so I left midway through.
I once burned my Christmas bonus hiring 3 women.
No comment.
Yeah, okay, you need to stop.
I also hired a girl to act like my daughter for a day 3 years in a row now. Nothing seems to do it.
Have you tried rescuing a puppy?
You can't...
Oh my god! I forgot how offensive this game is. I can't read this stuff. I'm drawing a blank then. Can't think of anything that might help.
I wasn't expecting you to help me, or to believe me.
Eh? I could have been lying through my teeth this whole time. People lie, lady. Everybody lies. That's what House MD taught me. Anyway, I'm leaving now. This smell is killing me. Please come again.
Don't count on it.
Good. Whew. Boss, I'm gonna take my break.
All right.
And you know what? I think that's probably a good place to cut episode 1 here. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all have a great Christmas, and that's going to be all, and a happy holidays, and that's going to be all for me for now. Bye!